Virgo, stop moving, stop speaking, stop sending that text, making that call, walking through that door, or taking another breath without hearing what is about to come through this channel right now. I am not asking, I am not suggesting, I am commanding your full attention, because the frequency I am picking up around your energy field is not a warning, it is a siren. It is a red alert screaming through every layer of your aura that someone is actively, aggressively, right this second, trying to destroy you. Not your peace, not your happiness, not your reputation in some vague, distant way. You, the core of who you are, the foundation you stand on, the future you have been quietly building in the dark while no one was watching. There is a hand on the wire right now. There is a match hovering over the gasoline. There is a blade being sharpened in the shadows of your life, and if you do not wake up to this immediately, the damage will not be a scratch. It will be structural. It will be catastrophic. And before I tell you exactly what I see, exactly who is moving against you, and exactly how they are doing it, if your blood just ran cold, if the hairs on your arms are standing at attention like soldiers who have just heard the call to war, if your gut just twisted in that specific way it does when danger is not possible but present, then anchor yourself here. Support this channel by liking this transmission, subscribing, and placing your energy in the comments below. These messages are emergency broadcasts for the soul, Virgo. They find exactly the person who is standing in the crosshairs, and your engagement keeps the signal strong for every other Virgo who needs to intercept this before it is too late. Now, I need you to listen to me as if your life depends on it, because on an energetic level, it does. There is someone in your orbit who is not just jealous, not just resentful, not just talking behind your back in the petty, small way that small people do. This is organized. This is methodical. This is a campaign. A calculated, sustained, deliberate assault on your stability, your relationships, your resources, your health, and your spirit. They are not coming at you head on. They are too smart for that, too cowardly. They know that a frontal attack would awaken the warrior in you, and they are terrified of that warrior. They have seen glimpses of your strength, and those glimpses are the very reason they have chosen destruction over distance. They cannot stand the thought of you rising. They cannot tolerate the evidence of your growth. They see you becoming something untouchable, something luminous, something far beyond their reach, and instead of celebrating or simply stepping back to let you ascend, they have decided that if they cannot have you control you or be you, then you must not be allowed to exist in your power at all. This is not envy, Virgo. This is predation. And you are the prey they have convinced themselves they must eliminate. I see them clearly in the energetic field. I see their hands moving in the dark. I see the texts they send when their fingers should be still. I see the way they speak your name to others, coating it with a sweetness so thick it could choke a bee, while their intention is pure venom. They are poisoning wells you do not even know you drink from. They are planting seeds of doubt in minds that trust them. They are positioning themselves as your friend, your ally, your confidant, while they are actively digging the grave for your dreams. And Virgo, the most dangerous part of this is that you have felt it. Do not lie to yourself. There have been moments where their compliment landed wrong, moments where their advice steered you into a wall, Moments where their presence left you feeling drained, anxious, somehow smaller than you were before they arrived. You shook it off. You told yourself you were being paranoid. You told yourself that not everyone is out to get you, that your Virgo tendency to analyze was running overtime, that you should be more trusting, more open, less guarded. And every time you dismissed that feeling, every time you overrode your own intuition with politeness, they took another step closer. They laid another brick in the trap they are building around your life. This person has been studying you, not in the way a lover studies their beloved, not in the way a friend memorizes your coffee order. They have been studying you the way a predator studies its prey before the kill. They know your schedule. They know your weaknesses. They know the exact words that will make you doubt yourself. They know the insecurities you whispered in moments of vulnerability, and they have been weaponizing them one by one, slowly, carefully, so slowly that you thought the pain was just life getting harder, so carefully that you blamed yourself for the setbacks instead of seeing the hand that placed every obstacle in your path. They have been sabotaging you, Virgo, and the sabotage is not obvious. It is not a burned bridge or a stolen wallet. It is subtle, it is spiritual, it is emotional. It is the kind of destruction that leaves the building standing but hollows out the foundation until one day, without warning, the whole thing collapses under its own weight. That is what they want. They want your collapse to look like an accident. They want your breakdown to look like you could not handle the pressure. They want your failure to look like it was your fault, your weakness, your inability to keep it together. And if you do not see this now, if you do not wake up to the architecture of your own destruction that they have been constructing in the basement of your life, they will get exactly what they want. Let me tell you how they are doing it, because knowledge is the only weapon that matters right now. First, they are draining your energy through proximity. Every time they are near you, every time they call you, every time they slide into your DMs with that familiar tone of concern and camaraderie, they are extracting something. It is not visible. It is not something you can photograph or record, but your energy field is being siphoned. You have been feeling exhausted lately in ways that sleep does not fix. You have been feeling foggy, unmotivated, as if the color has been leached out of your world. That is not depression, Virgo. That is not burnout. That is theft. They are taking your life force and using it to fuel their own resentment. They are feeding on your light because they have none of their own, and every time you shine, it reminds them of the darkness they inhabit. So they come close. They pretend to cheer for you. They offer to help. They insert themselves into your plans, your projects, your relationships, and while they are there, they are not contributing. They are counting your resources, counting your allies, counting the threads that hold your life together so they know exactly which ones to cut. Second, they are manipulating your relationships. This is where it gets truly sinister. They are speaking to the people in your circle with a precision that would impress a surgeon. They are not openly trashing you. That would be too easy to detect. No, they are planting questions, innocent, concerned, loving little questions that burrow under the skin like parasites. Have you noticed Virgo seems different lately? Is everything okay with them? I am just worried. You know, they have been making some strange decisions. I love them, but I am concerned. And because they deliver these poison seeds with the voice of care, with the face of friendship, The people around you are starting to look at you differently. You have felt it. The slight hesitation in a friend's response. The unexpected distance from someone who used to be close. The sense that your support system is developing hairline cracks that you cannot explain. That is their work, Virgo. That is the rot they are spreading through the soil of your community. They want you isolated. They want you surrounded by people who are questioning you, doubting you, pulling away just enough to make you feel alone, because an isolated target is easier to destroy. An isolated Virgo is a Virgo who starts to question their own sanity. And that is exactly where they want you. Confused, exhausted, and alone. Third, and this is the part that should make your blood boil, they are attacking your future. They are not just content with making your present miserable. They want to steal what is coming. They want to derail the opportunities that are lined up for you. They are interfering with your manifestations. Every time you set an intention, every time you pray, every time you visualize the life you are building, this person is countering it. Sometimes consciously, sometimes unconsciously. But the energy is there. They are speaking against your blessings. They are hoping out loud for your failure. They are watching your progress with eyes so green they could start a forest fire. And in their jealousy, they are sending out a frequency of obstruction. You have felt this too. The opportunities that fell through at the last second, the doors that slammed shut just as you reached for the handle, the sudden, inexplicable bad luck that seems to follow your best efforts like a shadow. That is not the universe testing you, Virgo. That is a human being actively working against your ascension, and it has to stop. It has to stop now. I need you to understand who this person is, because your mind is already flipping through the Rolodex of your relationships, trying to land on a face. Do not look for the obvious enemy. The obvious enemy is not the threat. The obvious enemy you already avoid. This person is someone you trust, someone you let close, someone who has earned or stolen or mimicked their way into your inner circle. They may be a family member who has always been a little too invested in your failures. They may be a friend who smiles the widest at your wins, but whose eyes go dead when they think you are not looking. They may be a colleague who has positioned themselves as your teammate while quietly taking credit for your work and blaming you for their mistakes. They may be a romantic partner who needs you small so they can feel big. They may be someone from your past who should have been left there, but who keeps finding reasons to stay tethered to your energy. Whoever they are close enough to touch you. And that proximity is what makes them lethal. I see them right now, Virgo. I see them in my third eye, and the image is making my own energy recoil. I see them sitting in a darkened room, or a car, or a corner of a coffee shop where they think no one can hear them, speaking your name into a phone or typing it into a message with a viciousness that would make you sick if you could read the words. They are not just venting, they are strategizing, they are coordinating. They are recruiting others to their cause, painting themselves as the victim of your success, the casualty of your boundaries, the wounded party in a war that only they are fighting. They are gathering an army of the misinformed, the naive, the easily swayed, and they are pointing that army at your life. They want your reputation in tatters. They want your relationships in ruins. They want your finances strained. They want your health compromised. They want you so ground down by stress and confusion that you forget who you are. and they are closer to achieving this than you want to believe. But Virgo, here is what they do not know. Here is what they have miscalculated so catastrophically that their own destruction is already written in the stars they think they control. They do not know that you are a Virgo. They do not understand what happens when a Virgo wakes up. They think you are just organized. They think you are just detail-oriented. They think you are just a perfectionist who can be driven mad by chaos. They have no idea that beneath your calm exterior, beneath your helpful nature, beneath your willingness to give second and third and fourth chances, there is a warrior of such terrifying precision that when you finally see the threat, you do not just defend, you dismantle. They have mistaken your patience for weakness. They have mistaken your kindness for blindness. They have mistaken your silence for ignorance, and those mistakes are going to cost them everything. Because you are waking up right now, Virgo. This message is the alarm clock. This message is the bucket of ice water. This message is the moment the anesthesia wears off and you realize that the surgery has already begun, that someone has been cutting into your life while you were asleep, and now it is time to close the wound and stand up. You are not a victim. You are not helpless. You are not the naive child who trusted too easily. You are a sovereign being who is about to reclaim every inch of territory that was infiltrated while your guard was down. And the first step is seeing. The first step is naming. The first step is admitting to yourself that, yes, this person who feels like poison is poison, and you do not have to drink anymore. I want you to do something radical right now. I want you to stop trying to figure out why they are doing this. Stop trying to understand their pain, their trauma, their justification. Stop trying to heal them, fix them, or see the wounded child inside the adult who is trying to destroy you. That impulse is your greatest vulnerability, Virgo. Your need to analyze, to understand, to find the logical reason behind illogical cruelty is the door they have been walking through. Not everyone deserves your compassion. Not everyone deserves your effort. Not everyone deserves the benefit of your doubt. Some people are simply committed to your demise, and your only job is not to understand them. Your job is to stop them. Your job is to protect yourself. Your job is to survive. You need to cut the cord. Not gently, not gradually, not with a long explanation and a tearful goodbye. You need to sever the energetic tether between you and this person with the clean, brutal efficiency of a surgeon removing a tumor. Block them if you must. Delete them if you must. But more importantly, stop feeding them. Stop giving them information about your life. Stop sharing your dreams, your fears, your plans, your location, your heart. Every piece of data you give them is ammunition. Every vulnerability you expose is a target painted on your back. Become a vault, become a fortress, become so unavailable to their manipulation that they starve from the lack of access to your light. And when they come back, and they will, because parasites always sense when the host is pulling away, you look them in the eye, whether through a screen or in person, and you let them see that the door is closed, not cracked, not locked from the inside, but accessible with enough begging, closed, sealed, guarded by a version of you that they have never met and should have never awakened. I also need you to cleanse your space, Virgo, physically and energetically. If this person has been in your home, they have left traces, not just physical, energetic fingerprints, thought forms, frequencies of envy and malice that cling to corners and sit in the air like smoke. Open your windows, burn sage or Palo Santo or whatever cleansing agent your spirit calls for. Salt your thresholds. Wash your floors with intention. Speak out loud in your space and declare that only love, truth, and protection may dwell here. Every object they gave you, every gift that came with a hidden hook, every item that reminds you of their energy needs to be evaluated. If it feels heavy, if it feels tainted, if it feels like a Trojan horse, get rid of it, donate it, burn it, bury it, release it back to the earth with a prayer that its energy be neutralized. Your space is your sanctuary, and right now it needs to be fortified like a temple under siege. You also need to protect your mind, Virgo, because this person is not just working in the physical realm. They are working in the astral. They are sending you thoughts that are not yours, doubts that feel like your own but taste foreign, fears that rise up out of nowhere in the middle of your best days, nightmares that disturb your sleep and leave you waking up with a sense of dread that has no source in your waking life. That is psychic attack. That is the energetic equivalent of them standing over your bed while you sleep and whispering poison into your ear. You must shield yourself. Visualize a sphere of white gold light surrounding you every morning before you leave your bed. See it impenetrable. See it burning away anything that does not belong to your highest good. Call on your guides, your ancestors, your angels, whatever forces of protection you believe in, and ask them to stand guard. Ask them to intercept every arrow aimed at your spirit. Ask them to return to sender every curse disguised as concern. You are not defenseless, Virgo. You have an army of light at your disposal, but you must summon it. You must command it. You must stop acting like a civilian and start acting like the general you were born to be. And your body, Virgo, your beautiful, loyal body that has been carrying the stress of this attack without you even naming it, you need to listen to it now. The headaches that come after interactions with this person, the stomach pain, the sudden fatigue, the skin issues, the anxiety that feels like it is crawling under your skin, that is not random illness. That is your body translating energetic warfare into physical symptoms. You need rest, you need water, you need nourishment that comes from the earth and not from the stress-induced cravings that this situation has triggered. You need movement. You need to sweat out the toxins they have dumped into your field. You need to ground yourself so deeply into the earth that no storm they summon can uproot you. Walk barefoot, hug trees, put your hands in soil. Remind yourself that you are made of the same substance as the mountains, and mountains do not crumble because someone wishes them to. I want to speak about the retaliation, because there will be retaliation when you cut this person off, when you withdraw your energy, when you stop playing the role they have cast you in. They will not slink away quietly. They will escalate. They will try to hurt you more visibly because the subtle approach is no longer working. They may spread rumors with renewed ferocity. They may try to turn people you love against you with desperation that reeks of cornered animal. They may show up places uninvited. They may send messages that alternate between begging and threatening. They may try to trigger your guilt, your compassion, your fear of being seen as cruel. They will say, after everything I have done for you, they will say, I was just trying to help. They will say, you have changed, you are cold, you are paranoid, you are hurting me. And every word will be calculated to open the door they know is now locked. Do not open it, Virgo. Not an inch, not a crack. not for old time's sake, not for the memory of who you thought they were. The person you thought they were was a costume. The person they are is a threat. And threats are not negotiated with, they are neutralized. You must also check your finances, Virgo. If this person has had access to your accounts, your passwords, your personal information, your business dealings, change everything. Lock it down. If they are a colleague, document every interaction. If they are a family member, secure your assets. If they are a friend who has been borrowing money, asking for favors, or inserting themselves into your financial decisions, cut those ties immediately. Financial sabotage is one of their favorite weapons because it strikes at your sense of security and your ability to build. Do not let one more dollar, one more resource, one more opportunity flow in their direction. Plug the leaks, fortify the walls, and watch how fast they panic when the tap runs dry. Their panic will tell you everything. Their panic will confirm what your intuition has been screaming. Their panic will be the proof you never needed, but will receive anyway. Your relationships are going to heal, Virgo. The ones that were poisoned by this person's whisper campaign will either clear or dissolve, and either outcome is a blessing. The true friends will see through the lies. They will come back. They will apologize for doubting you. They will realize that they were manipulated by a master of deception, and their return will be stronger for having been tested. The false friends, the ones who were too eager to believe the worst, the ones who needed no convincing to pull away from you, let them go. They were dead weight anyway. They were placeholders for the real community that is coming. The universe is using this attack to prune your tree, and the branches that fall were never going to bear fruit. Let them fall. Let them crash. Let them make all the noise they want on the way down. Your roots run deeper than their understanding. I am seeing your angels and guides surrounding you right now, Virgo. I see them placing a shield of absolute protection around you. I see them redirecting the curses that have been sent your way, turning them into blessings that land at your feet like flowers made of steel. I see them confusing the tongues of those who speak against you, making their words fall flat, making their lies sound absurd even to the ears of the naive. You are not alone in this fight. You have never been alone. The spiritual realm has been watching this attack with a patience that mirrors your own, waiting for you to wake up, waiting for you to say enough, waiting for you to claim the protection that has always been yours by divine right. And now that you are claiming it, now that you are standing up and saying, I see you, I know you, and I will not let you destroy me. The forces of light are mobilizing. They are moving into position. They are preparing to fight for you with a ferocity that will make your enemy wish they had never spoken your name. This person thinks they are destroying you, Virgo. They think they have the upper hand. They think the isolation they have manufactured is your weakness. They think the exhaustion you feel is the beginning of your surrender. They think the confusion they have sown will bloom into your permanent madness. They are wrong. They are so catastrophically wrong that the ground beneath their feet is already cracking. They do not understand that a Virgo under attack does not crumble. A Virgo under attack becomes a strategist. A Virgo under attack becomes a fortress. A Virgo under attack becomes so precise, so focused, so absolutely unyielding that the attack itself becomes the very thing that forges their invincibility. Every arrow they fire is being caught and melted down into armor. Every lie they tell is being woven into a cloak of truth that will keep you warm when the winter of their betrayal is over. Every moment they spend plotting your demise is a moment you are spending becoming exactly the person they feared you would become. Unstoppable, unbreakable, untouchable. You are going to survive this, Virgo. Not just survive, you are going to transcend it. You are going to look back at this season of attack as the crucible that burned away every impurity, every false attachment, every misplaced trust, every open door that should have been locked. You are going to be grateful for the revelation, not because the betrayal was pleasant, but because the clarity it gave you is priceless. You are going to understand with a depth that changes your DNA that not everyone who says they love you is committed to your survival, that proximity is not a right, that trust is not a gift given once and kept forever, that it must be earned daily, and when it is betrayed, it must be revoked without sentimentality. You are going to emerge from this with boundaries so sharp they could cut diamonds, with discernment so refined that you can smell a lie before it leaves a person's mouth, with a self-worth so absolute that no amount of sabotage can shake your knowledge of who you are. The person trying to destroy you is about to witness their own downfall, Virgo. Not because you will seek revenge. You will not. You are too evolved for that. But because the universe does not permit the destruction of a light bearer without consequence, the energy they have sent out is returning to them. The lies they have told are becoming the noose around their own neck. The alliances they have built on falsehood are crumbling as we speak, because falsehood cannot sustain weight. They are going to be exposed, not by your hand, but by the weight of their own corruption. They are going to look around one day and find themselves alone, surrounded by the rubble of their own making, wondering how the person they tried to break is standing taller than ever while they are sinking into the quicksand of their own karma. And you will not even need to watch. You will be too busy building your empire, too busy living your truth, too busy shining so brightly that the darkness they tried to wrap around you has been incinerated by your glow. So stand up, Virgo, right now, wherever you are. Stand up physically if you can. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel the earth beneath you, holding you up. Feel the strength in your legs, in your spine, in the very center of your being. You are not weak. You are not defeated. You are not the victim of a plot you cannot escape. You are the hero of this story, and the plot twist is that the villain who thought they were hunting you is about to discover that they awakened a force they cannot control. You are protected. You are guided. You are armed with everything you need to walk through this fire and come out the other side refined into pure gold. Do not fear them. Do not fear their schemes. Do not fear the silence they have tried to wrap around you. Fear is their weapon, and you are returning it to sender. Lock your doors, guard your energy, speak your truth to the ones who deserve it, cut the cords, cleanse your space, fortify your mind, and walk forward with the absolute certainty that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Not because you are lucky, but because you are aligned, and alignment is the strongest shield in the universe. If this warning reached you at the exact moment you needed it, if you felt the truth of this danger vibrating in your bones and the power of your own protection rising to meet it, then seal this shield right now. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, leave a comment below declaring that you are protected, that you see the threat, and that you will not be destroyed. Speak it, claim it. Make it real in the physical realm by putting your energy behind your words. The universe is listening, Virgo. Your guides are mobilizing. And the person who thought they could take you down is about to learn the most expensive lesson of their life. You cannot destroy what the divine has already claimed. You are safe, you are strong, and you are about to rise higher than they ever imagined possible. Stay vigilant, stay sovereign, and let them watch as you become untouchable.